What up? This is B-Bazz Racing here, and today we have a little how-to video for you. I'm finally, it's been a minute, finally gonna change out my worn out steering wheel, I guess cover or bezel or whatever it's called. As you can see, this it's like a black sticker kind of thing, like a rubber, it has like a textured rubber feeling. Basically it was coming off, and I tried to like peel all of it off as I'm driving. Just took forever because I kind of like the shiny black, but then you see up in here it started to get scratched up, so I'm just gonna switch out the whole thing. Now I was debating with myself whether or not to get back the same chrome, but then I remembered on my 330i, I had one of these. Basically the same thing was happening on my 330. This was wearing off. Happens on pretty much all BMWs. On my 330, I had this, which had looked really good. And the way I came across, I was looking back at some of my older videos that I made with the 330i, and I saw this in the video, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot all about the Alcantara cover. And this is original equipment from BMW. Got this off of FCP Euro. There'll be a link in the description for this one. If you want, you could also go with the one that has the little M emblem down here, but it's not Alcantara. I think it's the same kind of rubbery, fake rubber sticker, whatever it's called. But then it has a little M badge right here, and I like that. I did like it. It was kind of cool, but the Alcantara does look really good on the steering wheel. So, with that being said, let's get to work. All right, so here is the only tool that you're gonna need for this job is the T20. Be a little bit better if you have the 1/4 inch T20, because it's as you can see back behind here, it's a little tight. Might even need an extension, but we'll see. I don't think so though. But yeah, so T20, there are 3 screws in the back holding it. One right here, one right there, and then one on the other side back there. So let's go ahead, jump in here and take it apart. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove the bottom screw first. And this has to turn to the right. This turns to the right. All right, so that one's pretty much loose. Let's get the next one, which is up in here. As a matter of fact, if you want, you could, if it'd be easier for you, you could, start the car, which I think I'm gonna do. Start the car and move the steering wheel so that you could get better access to that screw back here. So I'm gonna start the car up. Hey, you get to hear a cold start. Okay, turn that off. Now, there we have better access to that. It's loosened up, so now I could just use the bit to remove it. Now it's gonna feel like it's not loosening up, and that's because this bezel or the cover is tucked underneath the airbag. So when you're loosening this up, it's kind of pushing against the airbag. And you're gonna, once I get the next screw loosened up, basically I'm gonna pull the cover from underneath the airbag. Now, you could just take the airbag off, but that's gonna require a little more work. You're gonna have to disconnect the battery. You don't wanna go through all that. Just do it this way. a lot easier. And here's what I'm talking about. Now I'm just gonna pull this. There we go. So that piece is out. And now that's out. Okay, so now that that's off, you just got to get it from underneath the airbag. And then there's these two T20 screws, one there and one there, to remove the steering wheel controls. All right, so here's the first one right here. All right, so that one's out. Now let's get the other one, which you're not going to have a lot of room here to work with. And I mean, you can't necessarily just pull the cables out either. You want to be careful not to obviously break the wires, but you can get it this way. There we go. And there you have it. Now off. So this is now garbage. It's actually interesting. This chrome piece or silver piece or whatever is held on with some screws. Never knew that. Anyway, now let's install the new Alcantara cover. So basically, we're just working in reverse order. We're gonna put the control. Oops, this way. We're gonna put the control back in here. The steering wheel control, the buttons. All right, that's in place right there. There's this screw, again, goes back up here in the top. Probably can't see it all that good, but you know what I mean. Screw's gonna go back in there. This is probably the hardest part of this, is like trying to get access to this screw and get it to thread back in, you know, like, and not cross thread it, get it in there evenly. It's part of the trying to find the right angle to get it at. This is probably the hardest part of this whole job right here. You know what? I'm gonna turn the wheel all the way around. Let's try it this way. Alright, so this seems to be the way to go, as long as I don't lose the screw. And then if I come in from back here, there we go. And let me make sure I'm doing the right screw, because there's only two. You don't want to put it in the wrong hole. It has to go in the top hole. But yeah, that bottom hole is for the screw that's in the steering wheel. Get it in there nice and snug. Doesn't have to be crazy tight. All right, now for the next one. This one should be a little bit easier. You have you know, more space to work with. Just, you know, make sure you get it lined up nice and properly on there. All right, it's in place. Let's get the screw in the top. Screws in. One more turn and we should be good. Now, inside here, there's like little grooves or clips for the wire. On the steering wheel controls. So just, you know, put that in place like that. And now we're ready to put it back on. So we have to get these ends underneath the steering wheel. So I'm gonna have to kind of finagle it in place. That end is in. see if we can get the next one in. And now it's just the backing behind the steering wheel. You're gonna want to kind of squeeze it into place and make sure that the cover and the black rubber on the back of this line up. It's in place. So now it's just a matter of getting these screws tightened up. Make sure everything is tucked in. All right, that side's good. Now for the bottom, I'm gonna move this to the top. So if you move the screws up here to the top, it's a lot easier to take on and put off. Let's get this lined up. That one's nice and tight. And now for this bottom one, should be pretty simple to get to. I can see it already. Yep, there we go. I can see it pulling in. I can see it pulling in the bottom. Make sure to get that nice and tight. Go a little bit tighter. And the tighter obviously the tighter that you make it, the closer it's going to pull it into the steering wheel to make it nice and flush. All right, and there it is. It's all done. Oop, take that off. It's annoying. It's all done. It's in there. It looks pretty good. It looks very good. I like it. Definitely much better than that. Than this eyesore. It just really makes the inside of the car look really trashy. So there you have it. All right, people. So again, it's B-Bazz Racing. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up. Also, be sure to share the video, and then also let me know, like, if you're going to do this project, what are you going to use? Which one are you going to use? Are you going to go back and use this same chrome trim one, which does look pretty good? It goes with the rest of the car. Would you use the Alcantara one, or would you get the one with the M badge? Anyway, comment below. Let me know. All right, this is B-Bazz Racing. I'm out.